Tributes have been paid to a 4-year-old girl who was killed when she was struck by a tipper truck while walking with her grandmother in Bath. Mitzi Rosanna Steady died in the accident on Lansdown Lane, on Monday. 2 men from Swansea, named locally as Stephen Vaughan, 34 and Phil Allen, 52, and a third man from South Wales were killed when the car they were in was crushed by the truck. Mitzi's family said she would be loved and missed by us all. The injured grandmother remains in a critical condition in hospital. One of the men killed in the car was a 59-year-old from Cwmbran but has not been named. The others were chauffeur Mr Vaughan and businessman Mr Allen. Mr Vaughan, business manager of Swansea-based EliteXecutive Travel, was married and lived in Penyrheol, Swansea. He had been hired to collect the other 2 men from Bath. Mr Allen, from Cardiff-based electricity company Western Power, was married with 2 children and lived in Lockyer, Swansea. Tragic incident. 2 other people, including the lorry driver, are being treated in hospital for minor injuries. Another man was discharged overnight. BBC reporter Andrew Plant said the driver of the tipper truck was thought to be aged 19. Police said he would be interviewed about the crash as soon as he is well enough. A tipper truck is an open-topped lorry that can be raised at the front end to unload its contents. Insp Norman Pascal of Avon and Somerset Police said after striking Mitzi and her grandmother, the truck carried on down the road for around 200 yards, 180 m. The tipper truck has been recovered and will undergo a full examination, he said. The truck driver has been spoken to briefly and he is still in hospital. I know he is injured but he is not critical. He added it was not clear whether Mitzi and her grandmother had been trying to cross the road when they were hit by the truck. Police said Lansdown Lane had now reopened but officers were still in the area as investigations continued. The accident happened close to Weston All Saints Primary School. The school was closed on Tuesday. A statement from head teacher Ann Bull said, "I would like to extend our heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of those who died yesterday. This is a truly shocking event that has been deeply felt by the local community." Ms. Bull said bereavement counseling would be available for any pupils affected by the tragedy. At a church service, held at All Saints Church, Rector the Reverend Patrick Whitworth said a beautiful sunny day had quickly turned to tragedy. A thoughts and prayers board has also been erected near the scene of the accident for people to leave their own personal messages. One read, "Our hearts go out in love and prayer to all involved in this accident." Another said, "We mourn with you." Bath City FC will hold a minute's silence ahead of their FA Trophy quarter-final at Twerton Park later, in memory of the victims. Rescue attempt. Brian Fisher, 53, who was working near the site of the crash when it happened, said, "It was carnage, absolute carnage." He and colleague Carl Morgan, 32, tried to help the injured. "We rushed there and tried to do what we could to help," Mr. Fisher said. "I didn't get as far as the little girl, I helped get a pregnant woman out of her car who had abdominal pains. Carl found the little girl. We went to the silver car in which the 3 people died. We didn't see it at first, it was at the other side of the lorry. We rushed there and tried to do what we could, to lift bits of the car off and get them out, but you wouldn't recognize it as a car. I couldn't even tell you what make it was, the damage was that bad. There was a nurse who tried to clear a guy's airway but it didn't work. I don't know where they found the 3rd person because we only found 2. I spoke to a police officer who said that in 25 years he had never seen anything like this." Sean McCausland, who lives on Lansdown Lane, described the incident as shocking. "I heard the horn of the truck blare about twice and it went really quickly by the house," he said. Bath and North East Somerset Council sent its condolences to the families and friends of those who died but said it was important to wait for the results of the police investigation. A spokeswoman said, "We take our responsibilities for road safety very seriously, including putting in 20 miles per hour limits where appropriate, such as on Lansdown Lane." In August 2014 traffic calming was also put in place on the road, including narrowing the road and widening the footway.